Okay, children. So in the last class, I was telling you about some natural phenomenon. In some natural phenomenon, okay, we were doing eighth class syllabus. Some natural phenomenon. I was teaching you what is meant by atomic number. I told you, children, atomic number means number of electrons or number of protons. Always remember in life, electrons and protons are equal in atoms. That's why atoms are neutral. And mass number, I told you, children, if ever you remember, protons plus neutrons is mass number. And what is neutrons? I told children, mass number minus atomic number. Mass number minus atomic number. In an atom, in the center, nucleus is present. Inside the nucleus, protons and neutrons present. Around the nucleus, electrons will be rotating. Around the nucleus, electrons will be rotating as planets do around the sun. Okay, children. Around the nucleus, electrons will be rotating as planets do around the sun. Around the nucleus, electrons will be rotating as planets do around the sun. Okay, children. So atomic number means electrons or protons. Okay, mass number means protons plus neutrons. Okay, mass number means protons plus neutrons, like this, children. So now, children, what we have to see means in some natural phenomenon, the first concept we are going to study is about electricity, children. First, we are going to study about electricity. Electricity is of two types, children. There are two types of electricities are there. One is static electricity, other one is current electricity. Current electricity you will study in the later in the higher classes, children. Today in eighth class we are going to study about static electricity. What is static electricity means? If charges are at rest, that is called static electricity. If charges are in moving position, that is called current electricity. If charges are moving, that is called current electricity. If charges are at rest, that is called static electricity. Who are at rest, children? Charges are at rest. Charges are at rest. If they move, you will get current. If they are not moving, just you will get charge. Again, I'm saying if electrons are moving, then current is there. If electrons are just present, then charge is there. Okay, so in eighth class we are going to study about the static electricity, children. What is static electricity? What is static electricity? Static electricity means the phenomenon by which definitely combination of bodies gets electrified on rubbing is called static electricity. Okay, when bodies are rubbed with each other, when two bodies are rubbed with each other, when two bodies are rubbed with each other, when two bodies are rubbed with each other, then both the bodies get electrified, and that is called static electricity. Example, simple example, I will say. You have your comb, no children. You rub your comb to your hair. You rub your comb to hair, you will see that the comb will get some charge, children. Now it starts attracting pieces of paper, it starts attracting. Okay, when you rub any two bodies, children, when you rub any two bodies, they attain charge. One will lose. Those which lose electrons, body which lose electrons, that is getting what charge, children? Body which lose electrons, that is getting what charge? Positive charge. And
Positive
body which take electrons, electron means negative, body which take electrons,
negative charge because more negative
yeah, body which take electrons, it is taking negative charge. Body which is taking electrons will get negative charge. Body which is taking electrons will negative charge. Body which is losing electrons will get positive charge. Okay, children. Now, substances which are good conductors of heat and electricity are called conductors. Substances which are good conductors of heat and electricity are called conductors, and substances which are bad conductors of electricity are called bad conductors of electricity are called bad conductors of electricity are called
insulate.
Insulators. Okay, now we are not going to study about any conductors, children. Rather, we are going to study about the insulators only, because insulators will develop the charge, children. Okay, objects having charge are called charged bodies. Right? Understand? Objects having charge are called charged bodies. Objects having charge are called charged bodies. Objects having charge are called charged bodies. Right? Understand, children? Okay, objects and charge are called charged bodies, children, and which don't have charge, uncharged bodies, which don't have charge are called uncharged bodies. Try to understand, children. I so many topics till now. Static electricity means charges are at rest. Bodies, when rubbed with each other, they attain charge. Which lose electrons will get positive charge, which take electrons will get negative charge. Conductors are good conductors. Bad conductors are called insulator. substances which have charges are called charged bodies, which don't have charges are called uncharged bodies, children. Okay, so charging by friction. When you rub two substances one on each other, when you rub two substances one on each other, they get charged by friction. When you rub two substances one on each other, they get charged. Okay, children?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so example, one more example, children. If I rub glass with silk, if I rub glass with silk, try to understand. If I rub glass is with silk, glass will get positive charge, silk will get negative charge. Okay, then who will gain negative charge, who will gain positive charge, sir? How we should remember means there is nothing like that to remember, children. I will give some examples in decreasing order. I will give children in that in decreasing order. I will give. You learn like that only, children. They will gain positive charges and negative charges. So, children, how I will show you. See. Okay, you remember like that, children. I will give you one sequence. I will give you one sequence, children. See here. I'll give you one sequence. Okay. So see here. Fur, flannel, the type of substance, wool, glass, paper, cotton, silk, wool. Remember this sequence, children. Whenever you rub, suppose fur and flannel, you are rubbing with each other. Upper one becomes, before one becomes positive charge, this will get negative charge. They are arranging like that, children. Try to understand. Suppose I will rub wool with silk. Wool will get positive charge, silk will get negative charge. Suppose I am rubbing silk with wood. Silk will get positive charge, wood will get negative charge. So this arrangement, if you remember, children, this will be useful. Fur, flannel, wool, glass. Okay, fur, flannel, wool, glass, paper, cotton, silk, wood. If you remember this, children, the first one, when you are rubbing any two, children, before one will get positive charge, after one will get negative charge. If you remember the sequence, it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, why they are happening like that means because one will be more electropositive, one will be less electronegative. What is electropositive, what is electronegative? At this stage, you will not understand, children. As you come to higher classes, you will understand, children. Okay, so when I rub wool with glass, Rishikesh, who will get positive, who will get negative? Rishikesh, when I rub wool with glass, who will get positive, who will get negative?
Oh, sir, I was on mute. Sir, wool will get positive charge and glass will get negative charges.
Very good. Okay, Vedant, when I rub paper with flannel, who will get positive charge, who will get negative charge?
The flannel will get positive charge and paper will get negative charge.
Negative. They are so arranged. They are so arranged. Okay, Rishikesh, when I rub cotton to glass, who will get positive, who will get negative?
Sir, cotton will get positive and
Hey,
glass will get positive and cotton will get
first,
negative.
before things will get positive,
Yes.
after things will get negative. Remember like that, children. Remember like that. They are arranged like that, children. If you remember the sequence, you can easily understand who is getting positive charge and who is getting negative charge. Like that, you can understand, children. You're able to understand, children. The sequence they won't give in your text. Did they give in your textbook, children? The sequence?
No, sir.
I don't think so. They won't give in the class. The sequence you have to remember, children. If you remember the sequence, no one will ask you who is getting positive charge, who is getting negative charge. But if you remember, it is good, children. If you remember, it is very, very good, children. Okay? Okay? One small explanation, children. When two charges Q1 and Q2 are separated by a distance d, when Q charges Q1 and Q2 are separated by a distance d, they may attract or they may repel with a force which is directly proportional to Q1 Q2 by d square. Remember, children, when two charges are separated by distance d, they may attract or they may repel. They may attract or they may repel with a force which is directly proportional to Q1 Qt by d square. No, sir, I don't want proportionality. Means you have to proportionally constant 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by d square. Okay, whose value is this? Value is there, no? This is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Okay, you will not understand directly if I say, children, I will do 2, 3 numericals, then you will understand, children. See here, small numericals I will do, children, then you will understand. So all these things are basic concepts, children. If you remember, this is called okay, Coulomb's inverse square law. This is called as Coulomb's inverse square law. Okay, first question. Very easy one. Find force between 2
Yes.
coulombs and 3 coulombs separated by 1 meter. Separated by 1 meter.
Sir,
Separated by this is plus, this is
minus.
minus.
Okay,
Tell.
sir. So force is equal to 1 by 4.
This directly you can put 9 into 10 to
9
the power
into
2
10 to the power 9
into
into 2 columns into minus 3 columns divided by distance
1
1 square.
square. Okay. 9 twos are 18.
18
18 threes are
minus
54.
50 54. Sir,
54
minus
into
50.
10 to the power of 5. No, just I'm saying. Why minus is important here means this is plus, this is minus. Opposite charges, do they attract or do they repel?
Attract, sir.
So this is what type of force means attractive force. That's all. You need not put minus here. Just you have to say attractive force. Attractive force means these both charges are attracting with this much force. This
Sir,
both
is there any
charges.
for that
Huh?
attractive? Is
Huh?
there any short form like subscript of
No subscript, nothing. You have to write 54 in 10 to the power of 9 newtons attractive force is there between both of them. Okay, Rishikesh, you tell. Find force between find force between 3 coulombs and 2 coulombs. Sorry, 3 coulombs and 4 coulombs separated by 2 meters distance. Separated by 2 meters distance.
Yes, sir. Sir, force is equal
9 into 10
9
to the power
into
of
10 to
9.
the power 9 into 3 into 4 by 2
2
2
square.
to the yes sir
2
2
square
square
means 4. 4
4
4
4
cancel.
4 cancel
27 into
27 into 10 to the power 9
newtons.
Newton.
Attractive force or repulsive force? Both are
Sir,
positive.
yes sir, attractive force, sir.
Repulsive force. Like charges
Oh yes sir,
repel.
repel, yes sir.
Like charges repel. Both are same charge. They repel. How much they repel with what force? They both will repel with how much force? 27 into 10 to the power
27
of
to the
9
power
Newton.
2.
You should understand. Next one. Okay. Vedant, find the force of attraction between 5 coulombs and 10 coulombs, minus 5 coulombs and minus 10 coulombs, separated by 2 meters distance.
the force is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9
9 into 10 to the power of 9.
into minus 5 into 5 into 10 by 2 square, which is 4. So 9 into 10 is 90. 90 into, okay, we cancel 2 and
5
5.
5 is 25, 25 9
225
by 2.
by 2 into 10 to the power of 9 is equal to 112.5 into 10 to the power of 9.
Attractive force or repulsive force?
Repulsive force.
Why repulsive? Both are.
Same charge.
So they both are repelling with this much repulsive force. This is called as Coulomb's inverse square law. This is called Coulomb's inverse square law. What does Coulomb's inverse square law states? That means now you will understand. Now you will understand. Two charges in when they are separated by a distance d, they may attract or they may repel with a force which is directly proportional to product of their charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Okay, removing proportionality, keep a constant 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by d square. And whose value, this we are taking how much children? 9 into 10 to the
9 into 10 to
9.
the power 9.
This is called as Coulomb's inverse square law. This is called Coulomb's inverse square law. What is it called children? Coulomb's inverse square law. Coulomb's inverse square law. Okay, so static electricity. In static electricity, what we studied, children? In static electricity, we studied that. In static electricity, what we studied, children? In static electricity, we studied that charges are at rest, and which loses electrons. It will get what charge? Positive charge. Which gains electrons. It will get what charge, children? Negative charge. And the good conductors of electricity are called conductors. Bad conductors are called insulators. Bad conductors are called insulators, and the bodies which have charges are called charged bodies, and bodies which don't have charges are called uncharged bodies. Bodies which have charges are called charged bodies. Bodies which don't have charges are called uncharged bodies. Okay, like this we have studied, children. Anyone have any doubt, children? So if you remember the sequence, for what is that, children? For flannel, wool, fur, flannel, wool, okay, glass,
paper, cotton, silk, and
Paper, cotton, silk. Please remember this sequence, children. In the sequence, the first one will get positive, second one will get negative. First one will get positive, second one will get negative. And what is the Coulomb's inverse square formula we studied, children? 1 by
4 pi epsilon naught.
epsilon naught, permittivity of the million. This is called permittivity of the million. Okay, Q1, Q2 by R square or D square. This is called Coulomb's inverse square law. Now only you did 3 4 sums also basing on this. And this is the sequence. These are the some definitions. This is static electricity. Okay, basing on this, tomorrow we will study some activities we will study, children. What is electroscope, how light charges repel, how unlike charges will attract, all those things we will study, children. Okay, and apart from that, Q is also equal to Ne. This is the formula for charge, children. Did I say this formula, children, anytime for you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you did.
Q is
You
equal
said
to
in
Ne.
the chapter.
Yeah, Q is equal to Ne means what, children? Charge is equal to
Charge is
Is
equal to
equals
number of electrons.
electrons
Charge
into
electrons,
electrons.
1.6
into charge
into
of
10.
electron.
Yes, sir.
Charge is equal to number of electrons
Number
into charge of electron. Charge is equal to number of electrons into charge of electron. Okay, if find charge, if one electron is flowing, find charge if one electron is flowing. How you will do it? 1
That-
into
1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19.
that is 1.6 into 10 to the power
10 to the power minus 19 charge.
coulombs. Suppose find charge if 10 electrons are flowing. Find charge if
Sir,
10 electrons are flowing.
16 into 10. 10 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. That will be 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 18.
16 into 10 to the power of 19. 16 to the power of 19 coulombs. Okay. Find charge if 1000 electrons are flowing. 1000 electrons are flowing. What is the
1000 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19.
that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 60. Can I write, children? Find the
Yes.
charge. Rishikesh, find the charge if 10 to the
Yes,
power
sir.
of 9 electrons are flowing. Find the charge if 10 to the power of 9 electrons are flowing. 19
Yes,
electrons
sir.
are flowing.
10 to the power 19 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19.
Okay.
19 minus 19 cancel. So my 1.6 coulomb.
1.6 coulombs. So two formulas I told you today, children, in static electricity. One is Coulomb's inverse square law. One is exactly charge. This is we use in current electricity. This we use in static electricity, children. Overall charges I told children. Tomorrow I'll discuss about what happens in electroscopes, how do they work, and how do small activities what we do in the regular phenomenon.